Hi, it's Rex Urwin. I wanted to talk to you about cause. When we look at our lives and we look at the results we're getting, we often look at the results as are the symptoms of what's happening. And often we get mixed up with the symptom being the cause. When we are able to separate that out, and a lot of our work in fact, all of our work is around what we call self-mastery, which is cause. When we look at the results we're getting in our lives and pick any of them, a financial result, a relationship result, a sense of self result, a performance result in any given area, when we look at that and we look at the result, we see the result is like a symptom. And the symptom of the cause. And when you drill to cause, you'll drill to you and who you bring to those situations that is causing the results you're getting. And what does it mean to be in mastery of self? Well, when we break it down to a Mind Matters model, for example, is our alignment of our values, alignment of our beliefs, alignment of our identity, and alignment of our intention. Now, when they're all aligned, in other words, in flow, in agreement with each other, we tend to respond with ability. So people come and talk about, please help me, or I need a mentor, I need a coach, I need guidance, because they're getting results that aren't particularly optimal. And they want us to help change the result, get a better result. And when we look at that, a lot of us, or humans, our culture generally looks and goes, well, let's fix the symptom. Let's move the external, which is the symptom, around. Let's adjust it, let's change it, let's stop doing it, and often we miss what's driving the symptom to turn up in the first place. And often, it turns up to be the self, the sense of you, your confidence, your ability to deal with emotion under pressure, your sense of identity, the way you're honoring or not honoring your core values. Or there's no aligned intention. It's more of a desire or a want, which is usually aligned with, I want a better experience. I want to have a happier life. I want to have a more resilient life. I want to feel better about myself. I want to be more successful. And so when we work with people and we listen to the stories that are the symptoms, we always end up drilling back to the cause, which is your mastery of who you bring to the equation in life. So if we're running a business and we've got a team of people or we've got a marketplace, often we will be drawn to look and say, oh, the market's struggling in our area, or the competition's sort of outdoing us, or our staff aren't good enough, or a member of the staff isn't performing well, or RE. And so all of those symptoms are true. When we take a look at the cause, you being at cause, and assist you to get to owning that responsibility, to go, I'm actually causing this. In other words, my response to it, my leadership of it, who I bring to it, is influencing the experience I'm having. So when you notice that, self-mastery is mastering who you bring to your day, to your business, to your relationship, to your parenting, to your friendships, to your purpose, to your pursuits, to the way you walk through your day. You're causing who you bring to those experiences. And you'll find, as we look more closely at this, that when you're not dealing with something particularly what's the word, in incongruence emotionally, when we're reactive, it doesn't bring us to the result we really want. It causes more mayhem. Reactivity causes mayhem. When we look at somebody or a team not performing properly, we can look and say, they're the problem, or we can look at our leadership and go, how am I leading? How am I inspiring? How am I listening? How am I holding the space? How am I guiding? How am I as a mentor to them? And how can I influence them to their best self? And of course, ideally, we look more closely, and you'll find if you drill more closely, you'll get their behavior that's causing grief, their lack of performance. But when you look more closely, you'll notice that their self-mastery is out of sync. So when we come back to cause of the results we're getting in our lives, the first place to start to play, which is what Mind Matters is really all about, is looking at your self-mastery. And as we tweak that, as we get that aligned, everything changes. Everything starts to have a different response. So we set a strong foundation of self, and then we bring that self to dynamics, to challenges, to goals, to purposes, to everyday life. And we respond with ability, which is what responsibility is. So no matter what turns up, we respond with ability, with leadership, with emotional management, stillness, proactive, outcome focused. We're very clear on what we are creating. We build cooperation with others, team and clientele and the marketplace, and or relationship. In our relationship, we build cooperation, agreement, and we each bring responsibility, in other words, mastery, to the relationship, and we share the responsibility of growing the performance of that relationship to realize the outcomes that are most desirable. So self-mastery is the first place to hone and fine-tune, and the doorway to that is through the preparedness to look at yourself and go, I'm open to being scrutinized, to assess, to critique myself, to be guided to make some change, to be open to change and remove defensiveness. And that's a journey. Self-mastery is a journey. It's not a quick session. It's a journey to evolve ourselves, to clean up our values, to clean up our beliefs, to realign our identity, and to set dynamic intention. And as we get that right, the foundation for creating whatever you want in your life is put in place. Have an amazing day.